Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Quick recap on the end of this week. So ended up green for the week, which is nice. So let's get into things. We had the Thursday and the Friday trades. Went down a little bit from the account. I keep mentioning I want to increase the risk, and every time I seem to do so, I just end up losing. But managed to come out of that drawdown a little bit, and a loss for today on the account, as you can see at the top, $91. So not a lot, but slight loss nonetheless. So it was, I think Wednesday was the last video, so Thursday and Friday. So had one trade on Thursday, and this was on, so of course this is the leading account, the follower account followed it, of course, and then the full port account. I call it full port, but it's not really full porting at the moment. I think I probably should do so from next week. It's 1 week under the belt on this account with 200 profit, which is nice. So it was the same trades, and I managed to get a little bit of a profit over these last 2 days on these accounts, and the same for this. I think Wednesday was the last trade. I don't know when we did the last video, but I'm gonna go through the Thursday and the Friday anyway. So hopefully I've already done the Wednesday stuff, but nonetheless you can see it's obviously a bit of a loss there. I had already traded 2 times on these accounts today, so I didn't want to take another trade, and I ended up taking a small trade on just this little account that I don't really care about, because it's just a free account anyway, and it's in major drawdown, and got a small win there. So what I'm going to use this is, if I take 2 trades on the main accounts and then I just want to lock myself out, there is a way to manually lock out, which I think you can do through this manual lockout. I've actually personally never done it because I just probably wouldn't ever trade it anyway. But it's a nice thing to have for those that might, end up taking trades if they see really nice setups and stuff. But I think if I see a nice setup, which I did today, then I'll just take it on my other account. So all in all for the week, it's basically $200 on this account, basically 200 on this. That's completely the same as well, and then 200 on this too. So if this was a real funding of 200k, it would have been 200 times 4 for $800 worth of profit for the week, which is really, really nice. I would love to be able to take $800 for the week, even after a 90% split. That's $720, which is really nice to think that a lot of the time I'm actually done with trading by 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm normally done with my trading, so I tend to have the rest of the day to do whatever I need to do. And so I've really enjoyed switching to trading more so like the London session as opposed to New York. I think it's working well sort of in my strategy and my mental as well. So let's get into the trades for this, and go to here. So just close up anything on here, but this trade was pretty crazy actually. So I've got a video of this which I'm going to show later, but took a long of a big impulse move here to the upside. I was targeting these highs as it just looks like a triple top and a lot of liquidity up here. I haven't really spoken too much about my strategies and stuff, but maybe I'll start adding it a little bit more in these videos. I need to also do a little bit better with actually journaling my trades a little bit more in depth as well. These have helped anyway, just doing these videos regardless. So I think anyone just trading, I think is a good idea to sort of journal your trades through video format, even if you just keep it for yourself. So I used to do that before anyway, but I thought, why not just upload it so I can just look back at stuff, and if anyone wants to follow along with the journey, then they're more than welcome to do so. But yeah, I took a long here, and it was the same on the other account as well. It's just a larger position size on this one, and it came 2 ticks away from my stop loss, so it came all the way back down and then just shot up to take these highs up here. So I do have a video of it. As I mentioned in the last video, I've started to do like videos for TikTok and Instagram, so I'm going to post this one up. Well, I think, yeah, I've already posted this one, I think. Anyway, so yeah, let's just look at this. I'll just speed it up throughout, and then you can see the P&L there. This P&L is from the main account, that is the leader one. So you'll see it goes so close to the stop loss, but then just shoots up. And then I was targeting these highs, as I mentioned. And then it just ends up going through there, which is really nice. So I just ended up moving the stop loss to break even at that point. I don't know if you saw that. But yeah, so that was that trade. So that was it. Was really nice to not have to deal with that loss first, as that would have been a big swing in terms of the equity, as it would have been a full R loss. Instead it was a full 1R gain, which is great. And then today ended up taking a loss first. I was looking for a short here. So, well, first of all, anyway, we did, in hindsight, I probably just shouldn't have looked for lower prices, but if I'm honest, I was actually looking for price to continue to come down to this low. My understanding is that I think Trump ended up tweeting, and for those that care about fundamentals, then it ended up making the price go back up. But I was actually looking for price to continue going lower after a retrace. So I took a short there and ended up getting stopped out on this candle here above this high. So I ended up losing about 1% on this account actually. So I was risking 400 to 500 on this account because I'm trying to go for a bit more on this one. I think I'm just gonna size up more next week, or just do like maybe 500 per trade on this particular account, and then maybe a little bit smaller on the other two. But yeah, I ended up taking another short, as I was still thinking that we would go lower. I think this was still before the Trump tweet, because then afterwards it just completely shot up. And yeah, I was actually looking for these lows at that time. So my take profit was actually down here. Price started reversing, so I manually closed it. It would have ended up being a break even, so I managed to take a little bit of a gain there. So it kind of ate up a little bit of that drawdown on this one. So it's nice to see that. And then I ended up having another trade, as I mentioned, on this other account. So just clearly looking for like further higher prices. So clean liquidity up here, just expecting it to continue just running that. Didn't see it reversing from this point, and just carrying on going up into this liquidity up here. So that's why I took a long with other confluences as well. But a major part of like my trading will be like liquidity, and just understanding that price is either engineering or seeking liquidity. So I was just looking for it to go up. Yes, there could have been like a run down here, but I just think if it leaves these intact, then it just means that it's gonna come back for it later. I think it took it there maybe, or yeah. So it doesn't necessarily need to do it before. And I'm not looking for these major moves. So of course, like a good buy would have been when price did take this liquidity and then shot up. But I'm just looking for small scalps, little one-to-ones a lot of the time. So that was that trade for a 75 gain. So all in all, yeah, this account is just a bit of fun. I think this is where I kind of started to try and trade it again, like more like London session. This was all like from before, which I'd already like shown on the channel anyway. So my trading wasn't great at this point, but now we're starting to see. I know it's very flatline, but I think I prefer it this way. So when it's real accounts, this is how I'd want it to be, just like slowly going up. And if we look at it, not that it needs to be the case, but every week has been green, or I'd call this a break even week really. And of these trading days, it's 14 trading days here. 9 of them, so 3 a week, have been winners and 5 have been losers. So it's like 60% plus of winning days, which is nice. So this is kind of the equity curve that I'd like to have through a real account. So I think this is just giving me a lot of confidence within my trading. I know obviously you haven't passed the account and stuff, and having since made the TikTok account, I've just noticed there's so much rubbish on there. It's just like people just there's a lot of people that just don't have a clue about trading. Not that I do. I'm not claiming that I'm like great, fantastic trader or whatever, but there's so many people who just haven't got a clue about trading that are like posting content on there. So pretty important to just like kind of cut out the noise. I know when I was trying to trade years and years ago, I'm talking about 10 years ago when I first started to look into the markets, my real trading is really around like ICT concepts. So I was actually part of his mentorship in 2016, and that's kind of where I started to really learn about how the markets worked and stuff. And yeah, I just used to see like so much rubbish online. It was more like Instagram at that point, and it's the same thing now. So yeah, I'm just trying to stay away from like looking at a lot of that stuff and just kind of sticking to what I know, because it's kind of working at the moment, I guess. And then if we look at this one as well, 200 on the week, this is going to have a little bit more of like ups and downs because I'm just trying to risk a lot more. But hopefully if we just string together a couple of wins, that will like go a lot higher. I think I'm also just going to risk a bit more on this account anyway, so can expect this to either get blown up next week or hopefully get closer to passing, because I'd like to obviously make some gains in terms of like an actual account, live account or a funded account, sim account, in the next few weeks or months, and then just start growing from there. Because as I mentioned, if we're looking at these 4 accounts that are currently running, it's like $800 for the week, which is really nice, of course, and we can just reinvest that into like purchasing more and more accounts. I was looking into other firms as well. There's another one called Take Profit Trader. They've got a discount at the moment, but also no evaluation, because at the moment I just don't want to have to pay for an evaluation. So they've got a discount and no evaluation at the moment, which is like $100 for an account. In fact, I'll pull it up on here. Just do it on this other tab. 1 second. So I'm actually considering maybe getting an account with them. So I'll just bring it over here. And there's also like they pay out every day. So where is it? How it works? So select the account size, prove that you can trade. So it's an evaluation, of course. Start earning money. Let's get rid of that. And then you start trading day 1 withdrawable profits. So you can just withdraw every winning day, which is pretty good. I need to look into the maximum loss limit and drawdown properly with this, but I just saw this earlier and it just came to mind, so I thought I'd mention it. So yeah, you can just withdraw straight away. I'm not sure what the Pro Plus is. I need to look into that more, but 80%. So even if you think about having these 4 accounts, I think you can have 5 there. I need to double check. Like if it was like 5 accounts, that's 1,000. 80% of that's $800 for a week. It's pretty good. So something I'm thinking about doing, maybe just purchasing another account on a different firm and just seeing what happens there. I don't want to go too crazy with just buying loads and loads of accounts. I've obviously got these 3 at the moment, but yeah, it's just kind of just sitting here in an evaluation without like making money from it. So just some thoughts, or I'll just risk higher on this full port account and then just see what happens. But yeah, hopefully everyone's had a good trading week, and yeah, enjoy your weekends, and I'll catch you all in the next video next week.